Let's get into this. Welcome to my my quiz Dart app tutorial presentation. Um, so getting started, we're gonna sit in our main, which is very short because we're able to only have to use run app and const quiz in there to get it to work. Running on over to our start screen because it'll make it a lot easier to start from here than anywhere else. We have our, we made use of this thing called Google, where is it? Google Fonts, and we made use of the font layout, which allows us to change our color and font size along with make our font look like this. We used outline box.icon to allow us to make use of this arrow icon, which was very useful as well, and as this image asset, which gave us this nice image right here. We had two ways of making it, changing the opacity right there, and the way that we chose is using colors.argb and adjusting the slider right there, which is, I believe, this value right here that you change to make it like that. We could have used this, however, one, it's a lot longer, and two, it's a bit shorter if we do it, or it takes a bit longer to load if we do it like that. Moving on to our quiz questions, we have our shuffled answers right here, which allows us to basically shuffle the answers and make it so that we don't get the same answers every time in the same order, because the first one will always be right, as this document over here says. Going on to our results screen. I guess I shouldn't go over to the results screen just yet, but we have our question summary right here, which basically allows us to map out stuff and use this toList command. Single child scroll view allows us to make use of that, and when we get over here, it allows us to drag and scroll like that. All right, moving on to our cross-axis alignment. Basically makes it so that it stays within bounds right there and inside more or less the middle, or start. So this is the starting point, so it's more towards this side right here. Answer button allows us to make use of the elevated buttons that on tap we will change between stuff and activate it that way instead of using our other button widget. It also allows us to add on stuff like padding, vertical, horizontal, and just change stuff like that so that we have it all in order, looking a bit nicer. Text align center makes it so that it stays in the center right here and doesn't end up looking weird. Moving on to our we have our quiz questions, models. Moving on to the results screen, which I don't think I've shown yet. We made use of basically just importing most of the stuff, because this is more or less where we end up collecting the most data, because it's where everything ends up gathering at the end. We make all of these so that we could call them in different places, like here, and that's how we change between the screens right there. The for loop allows us to be able to increment between each one until eventually we get it stopped by using this right here. No. I have it in here, but was it question screen? well, we have an equals equals function somewhere, which makes it so that we won't go over a certain amount, or else it will basically, I think this is it right here actually. It will stop it from causing an error when we reach the end of it. This also adds together the two so that we can tell how many we got right out of each one. By using double infinity, we keep it within bounds of this entire thing. Edge insets makes us that we're this far away from each edge, basically. We made use of this operator right here again to insert our number of correct questions and our number of total questions. Once more, making use of Google Fonts, we changed all this stuff and made use of the font weight.bold to give us that right there, which is a bold version of Lato. Question summary response. Style from allows us to be able to make that white right there, or make that white right there. Restart, and we made use of the icon of the refresh, which made it look like that. And I believe we have our edge insets right there, elevated button. I believe that is all the important stuff right there. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a good night, guys.